This is the video of my trials and what I've been through in my life so far. Okay, so this video, totally forgot what I just wanted to talk to you guys about what has happened in my life, how I am the way I am, how I've come so far, what have I endured thus far. I started my weight loss journey about four or 5 years ago. I guess it's almost 6 years. I wanted to make a change for myself because I never felt like I was worthy of anything. I had a lot of self-worth issues, depression, anxiety, which I didn't know about then. I thought I was just a moody teenager. Had dealt with a lot. So I went through my weight loss journey. I lost 125 pounds in 1 year of doing my weight loss lifestyle change. I was getting a lot of new attention from guys that I never had before. And then I started hanging out with people that were like me, that were fit, that were healthy, that were doing negative things that I shouldn't have been doing. I decided I slowly wanted to make the change back to better myself and stop using substance abuse as a coping mechanism for my self-worth issues. So I started going back to church, and then I met a guy. We got into a relationship. We went really fast in our relationship. It was the first kind of real love at the time that I ever had felt from a person. It was more of self-fulfillment that somebody else loved me enough to treat me the way that they were, which I thought was love. 2 weeks into dating this guy, we wanted to get married. So we got engaged really quick. He moved to be with me. We fought all the time. And I thought I had to stay with this person because I never thought I was good enough for anybody else. So he decided he wanted to move back home, cross country, 2,000 miles away, or everywhere and everything that I knew. So I decided to move with him because I was in love. I did it for the wrong reasons. I was not ready for that mature decision at all. The fights continued. I thought it would get better. Did not. Long story short, we broke up. Then I spiraled back into those bad ways and those bad habits, using alcohol and partying and trying to feel some kind of love. Tried to jump back into my life and be happy again. Then I hit my all-time low and I was doing yoga and I just sat and cried in the middle of a field for hours and praying and saying, Heavenly Father, please help me. I have no idea what I'm doing in my life. I know if I continue down this path 5 years from now, I'm going to be alone and I'm going to be unhappy. I wasn't really changing much. I went to church and then I discovered that I needed to move to Utah where I was previously with my ex. And I was like, what the heck? I just came from that bad place. I don't want to go back. So I fought it for months. Things were happening in my life. My car broke down. I lost my job. I got into a car accident. Money wasn't working out. Then I just decided one day I'm not going to make a due date to leave. I'm just going to go. So I went. I packed up my car, everything I owned, and me, myself, and I drove 2,000 miles because as soon as I got to Utah, I cried and I wanted to go home. But something told me to wait, at least for the summer, because I moved in June. In July, I met my husband. I was scared. I was nervous. As we were dating, everything was different with this guy. He was amazing. He was loving. He was caring. And I felt like he supported me like nobody else had before. Not long after that, we got engaged. 3 or 4 months after we got engaged, we got married. Not even a month after we got married, my father passed away. He was very young. And that was so hard for a newlywed couple to go through. So we went through that, and then we trying to cope and trying to feel emotions with that void. We got pregnant. It wasn't really a planned pregnancy per se, but we were excited and we were happy that we were going to be parents. Probably I was about 10 weeks pregnant. We had a miscarriage, and that was so emotional for my husband and I to go through together, because we thought we were worthy enough for this child to come into our home. So that was a great deal of loss back to back. And that same month, we actually got pregnant again. And then we had our little girl Mila due for a week after she was born. We aren't exactly sure why. She had a fever and she was a little jaundiced when she was born. So they kept her for a week in the hospital, giving her antibiotics. The hardest thing I had to go through is leaving my baby in the hospital after just having her. She had a spinal fluid tap twice. She had so many needles poked into her veins for IVs. They actually had to poke the last one into her head. Hardest thing I had to go through as a mom, as a new mom. Fast forward, I have this beautiful daughter, and I wanted to go back to work part-time. And that was such a struggle. But I was like, okay, I'll only go part-time. We were looking for a sitter. We found an amazing sitter. I was working. And then I started working more. And then I found a new sitter that was full-time. And then Mila started getting sick every week. Every 2 weeks with an ear infection. We finally got a doctor that said that she needed sets of tubes in her ears. We went through surgery with her, and it was so stressful seeing her hurt. But she is healthy and happy now. We prayed about me staying in work, and we decided that I needed to stay home to keep my daughter healthy. Now we are expecting our second child, which is another girl, and we couldn't be more happy. I just tell you all these things because I've been through loss. I've been through breakups. I've been through miscarriages. I've been through, you name it, moving across country, being where people, you don't know anybody, relying on strangers. I'm here to support you in your journey to be a healthy lifestyle, whether it be weight loss, whether it be just trying to be a better person. I'm here for you, and if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them. I love you guys. Stay strong. Thank you for watching Lori's Weight Loss. Keep following and share the video.